Bring the calculator back. So again, our previous one was $1,059, and then we'll add our $351. So I'm pretty happy that for the week we were able to get a profit of $1,410 after commissions and fees. That's from 2 PA accounts. How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to week 36 on our journey trading the futures market in the year 2023. And if you've been following, you know that I have transitioned from trading my own money to now trading with a prop firm. Specifically, the one that I chose was Apex. So this is the website for Apex, and if you're interested in checking them out, there's actually a 80% off right now for the accounts. So that's something to consider, because that could save your initial costs when doing this. And some proof here, they paid about $8 million to all the members, or partners rather, in the month of August. I chose to use the 100K static account because it's what works for my style and it's what I'm comfortable with. So mathematically, a lot of people will say the static account doesn't make sense because you're only limited to 2 e-minis. But to me, based on my style and my tendencies, this is good because position sizing is key. So being limited to 2 e-minis is a good thing for me. So if you're a different type of trader where you want to maximize and want to be able to trade as much e-minis as you want, then please look at the other accounts. But for me, I'm just showing you what works for me, which is being limited to 2 e-minis. And then what is the biggest important part for me is this total drawdown of $625. So this is a static drawdown. It does not move based on my unrealized profit. And that is very big with the way I trade because I need to allow for drawdowns. That's just my style. And when I do exit, I'm not a scalper. So I'm always exiting with a bracket with the OCO. One cancels the other, which means I'm not always hitting the peak. And I may be giving a bit on the profit. But this way of trading is what works for me, and that's why I chose to do the static account as opposed to, for example, the 300K on the left here. And I'll use a different color to differentiate. So this 300K here, $300,000, you can trade up to 35 e-minis, which is pretty scary if you ask me. But with this one, you have a trailing threshold of $7,500. And really, that's a threshold that follows your highest unrealized profit. And basically, if you didn't scalp or take that profit up top, and it falls down somehow, and the market has a tendency to do that, to reverse on you, then your trailing threshold will be cut short, which could cause you to fail. So it really depends on your style of trading. And the reason I went through that is I want to go through how we're doing so far with our account. So this is the status of all the 20 accounts that we have. And as you can see right here, these are all 100K static trade of 8 accounts, which is pretty amazing. And the important one is the very first PA that we had is the one right here. That's the one that I showed last week. And you can see our P&L. We have a P&L of $2,858 so far on this account. And we have met the minimum 10 days, so I can actually request for a withdrawal. So I'm excited to be able to make a withdrawal request next week. And then this week we added a second PA account. And with this PA account, you can see here, the suffix is 03. What that means is this is the third PA account I've had lifetime. So I had a 02 PA account previously, and that was a 50K account. And I failed that one just because it didn't work with the way I was trading. And with this one, traded for 2 days so far, and we have a PL so far of $351. So with a PA or a funded account, you need a minimum of 10 days before you can request a withdrawal. And the new update also, if you look up here, they're all highlighted as passed. So pretty excited about this. So I have 5 more accounts that I passed on the evaluation account. And these 5 right here will become PA accounts next week. So starting next week, we will have 7 accounts. So out of those 7 accounts, we will then have a total of $700,000 that we'll be able to trade with. And right before that, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I just want to mention this last 13 accounts that we have here, been trading it so far for a minimum 5 days. We need 7 days minimum before it can become a PA account or a funded account. And with these, our P&L is at $1,233. The goal is to hit $102,000. So we're about $800 short of it. I'm not going to rush it because that could be problematic, and it's a lot of money also to me to be able to convert each evaluation account to a PA account. That will cost me a total of $240 each for the lifetime fee. So it's a significant investment, but with the profits that we're getting so far, that'll be a wash soon enough. So this is showing all the trades that I did this week, and the reason I wanted to show this overview here is I want to point out where most of my trades occurred. So I will circle in yellow when the US market is. So you can see it's high volume based on the histogram on those days. That's when the US market is open. And as you can see from my trades, where the vertical lines are right here, these were mostly during the GlobeX. So this is during the Asia and EU hours. That's where I've been doing most of my trades, and a lot of that is because it's a lot slower, and I need to establish my buffer a little bit on my account. So it just helps me a bit better to trade more during those hours until I have that set buffer, and then I can be more active during the US hours when I have that buffer, so we won't blow up our account. So just a bit of advice there if you are doing prop firms, and just a little trick there to help you pass the accounts there. And then next, I want to show you actual trades today. My main goal is really to show trades that is repeatable, because that's how I've always traded. I trade the same way. It may work one week, it may not the other week, but I just do small changes here and there, but the basis of it are there. That's what I talk about in most of my videos, and also, you have this description here that's on the YouTube description below. So it's not proprietary. It's a pretty common way of trading. The only difference is that I trade with both a time base, as you can see on the left here, time base chart, and on the right, a tick base chart. This is where my trades for today, Friday. A lot of trades that are not ideal. I actually didn't have a nice perfect trade I can show you based on the rules that I have. It's just a slight variation of it, and because of that, I'm not going to show a specific example. The only thing I really wanted to point out was I've been studying this ATR trailing stop a little bit. So you see this right here, this blue dots in the bottom, and then on the top there's an ATR trailing stop that's purple, and something I've been playing around with is right before it hits that line, like for example on the one on the top, I start considering that as more of a resistance. So I try to short on that line, and on the bottom here, I try to treat it like a support. And as you can see, it's not 100% because you'll be able to see that it broke that support and went down a lot right here. So it's an indicator that I'm still trying to make the most sense of and trying to factor into what I'm trading. However, it's for the most part, it's been working on 5 minutes, sometimes on the 512 ticks like I have on the right, but I haven't had consistency on it yet. So if you use ATR trailing stop, let me know in the comment. Give me some tips on it or videos you may recommend. So far, I am forming some sort of opinion on how it should work based on the back testing and my experience, but always good to know other feedback from other folks on how they may be using this indicator. All right, now let's go through our account statement for the week to see how we actually performed. And you can see here, these are the PA account, and I have 2 of those so far for $200,000, and next week I'll have 7 for $700,000. So you can see here it starts with the word PA, and the suffix here is 001, so this is the very first account. And you can see so far this account, started at 100,000. We are now at $102,858.46. So I want to go through the actual performance for this week, and you can see that our gross profit is a total of $1,155, where basically trades and commissions was $96. So for the first account, this one actually gave us $1,059. So that's a great way to perform for this account for the week. You can see based on our winnings and losings here, I had a nice winning percentage of about 71%, but I do lose some of these trades, and you can see how I've lost about 18%, and that 18% that I lost was about 300. Actually, right there, it was a total loss of $370. So this is for our first 001 account. If we look at the charts here, you can see the progression. Nice progression for the week. In the middle of the week there, you do see that we had some losses right here, right in the middle, and it's just part of trading, right? So it's important to have short-term memory sometimes when you're trading, because you can't let that down in your next trade. You gotta start fresh again on the next one. And essentially, I'll bring the calculator here just for us to remember on the next one. So like as I mentioned here, our PL on the first one is 1,059, and then next we're going to bring the other account that we have, and the other account that's a PA is the 003 account. And you can see right here, suffix is 003, and this is a PA account. And we'll look at our performance. So far, actually, this is at $351. And if you look at our performance this week for this account, essentially, if you look at it, gross profit $405, total PL is $351. And if you look at our winning versus losing trades, 66% winning trades, which is pretty good. Our max loss for this one was $170, total loss of $370. So this one was a little tricky, actually. I need to be careful with my buffer. I may have to trade this separately from the other ones, but we'll see. You can see from our PL here. We'll look at this PL history with the fees. You can see that I started it pretty negative. We got close to our 625 drawdown limit. We got down to about $300 there, and I thought I was actually going to blow up this PA account. But thankfully, I was able to recover it and end the week on it to be up $351 for trading about 2 days. So bring the calculator back. So again, our previous one was $1,059, and then we'll add our $351. So I'm pretty happy that for the week we were able to get a profit of $1,410 after commissions and fees. That's from 2 PA accounts. Next week, as I mentioned, pretty excited to be trading $700,000. So I'll have 7 PA accounts, and I will need to find a way to show this a lot cleaner. Instead of for now, I may have to just show each report to show you how I did for the week. But if you know of a way to cumulatively show the performance for the week for all PA accounts, please let me know. Again, prop firms was something I just started middle of August. It's something I wish I started a lot sooner, but I do appreciate all those years that I've traded my own money, because now that I'm trading the prop firm, I don't have to really adjust my trading due to the rules. I just trade what's comfortable with me, and it's been working so far. Alright, thank you for joining my content. I'm still cleaning up the little sections that I have. I'll try to keep it shorter in the future, but always check the timestamps if there's some sections that's more of interest to you, and give me some advice on if there's more that you'd like to see. Alright, y'all have a good one, and thank you for supporting my content.